it's a great day out, but raising money for two great charities.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
Right, so looking forward to, and I cannot believe it has been a year. Cannot believe it's been a year. We're catching up this morning with Becky and Anna from the Red Lion in Eynsham because it is Lion Aid 2 this weekend. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Morning. Wow, I genuinely cannot believe it has been a year since the very first Lion Aid. It's gone so quick and so amazing. But Becky, for everyone who doesn't know, tell us a little bit about Lion Aid and what's coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, so Lion Aid is all-day music charity music festival that we run at the Red Lion in Eynsham in the garden of the pub. So the weather's looking good for that, so we're really pleased about that. And it's where we've got 9 local music acts that come, give up their time to play for us all, entertain us, and for us to raise money for 2 great charities. So Eynsham Food Bank and Juvenile Diabetes, so type 1 for type 1 diabetics. So basically it's a great day out, but raising money for 2 great charities.
No, absolutely is, and what I love about the entry to the festival is entry with non-perishable food items. Normally there's certain criteria for entry and what have you. Bring ID, bring this, bring that, but no, you need to bring a non-perishable food item. And last year, I know we spoke to Bob from the Eynsham Food Bank, and just touching on that, last year it was quite ridiculous how much food was brought.
Yeah, I think we were really surprised. So basically, it was a bit of a last minute thing, like, well, what can we do, that will, that we could make this a bit different. We didn't want to charge ticket entry, it's a community event kind of thing. So we sort of said, just bring something, bring a tin of beans or whatever. But actually, in reality, people went to their cupboards, got a carrier bag and emptied out all the things they didn't need and all the things they could donate. And obviously lots of them went to the shop and they bought lovely things as well. Lots of items that perhaps, obviously you need things like pasta and beans, but also people bought really nice items, nice tea bags, nice biscuits, things that the families that need these supplies wouldn't spend money on. So it was really nice that people thought, actually not just the value pasta, but just a bit of everything. And we had a mountain of food. It had to fill my van up a couple of times over to take over to Bob and Pam at the food bank. And also people still also gave generously. They've donated to the raffle and they donated cash on the day, and there's a QR code, and we raised lots of money, so which made a big difference to them throughout the year.
Amazing. Becky, I mean, a pub is the heart of the community. You see people pass through it, you get to know people. Are you surprised at how the community comes together in Eynsham? Have you experienced this before? Are you still surprised and still like, wow, I can't believe this happened?
This is an amazing place, Eynsham. I mean, it's technically a village, but obviously it's a large village. There's about 5,000 people, and yes, I mean, whenever there is anything in this village that needs support, whether it'll be sort of raising money for PTAs or the churches or any of the groups, the Eynsham always come together, and they all support each other. All the local businesses support. Obviously we're running a raffle and all the businesses have all donated generously, and including other businesses in the surrounding area in Witney. Surrounding pubs have donated vouchers. This community is amazing, and also they also love to party, so they come
Oh,
together.
really?
They love to party.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
That's a
And they
surprise,
love
isn't
live
it?
music as well. So all these bands, we've got some great bands, some local to Eynsham, like the Sham Cartel, but we've also got great massive bands from Oxford, like Canadia is actually going to play because James they live in Eynsham, and Sunfly, of course, local big band in the 70s, even had hits in the charts. So we're so pleased that everybody comes together and support these 2 causes. So
it is amazing, and the lineup is absolutely fantastic for something in Eynsham, and to see an array of incredible bands. It really is amazing. I wanted to touch on the second charity that you're raising more. Tell us a little bit more about that, Becky.
Yep. So the second charity is JDRF, which stands for Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. They are actually rebranding in October to be called Breakthrough Type 1 Diabetes. So we have our T-shirts for this year, but they'll be changing next year to Breakthrough Type 1 Diabetes. And this is a charity that raises awareness and funds for type 1 diabetics. So lots of people know about diabetes and they sort of presume a lot of the time it's like about type 2. So thinking it's something that you can, that could be prevented or that you cause yourself. This is not the same with type 1 diabetes. So only about 1 in 10 people that have diabetes have type 1 diabetes. It can't be prevented, so you can't stop yourself from getting it. It's an autoimmune disease generally, and there's no cure for this. So people that have this, basically their pancreas doesn't create insulin, and so they have to inject multiple times a day or have modern technology to inject insulin just so that they can survive and they can live. So it's not a nice thing to have. It is difficult to manage. It's constant daily highs and lows, and and the medicine insulin, it has its problems. The technology is improving. Sorry, my camera's gone off. I'm hoping you can still see me. The technology is improving. Ooh. Sorry, my screen's gone off. I'm going to keep talking.
Keep talking because you're on the radio. You're all good. We can hear you. That's all good.
And that's why the charity raises money for new technology. Like Anna wears a continuous glucose monitor so we can measure her sugars all the time, and also she has an insulin pump that can pump insulin in so that she doesn't have to inject sort of 6 to 9 times a day. So.
And Anna, thank you so much as well for joining us this morning as well and being on the show. And how does it feel for you that Mum is putting on an amazing festival and raising awareness as well as funds for this? How does it make you feel?
It's amazing that Mum can host something to help with diabetes, because the condition has been really difficult on me, and all my friends know about all the difficulties. But because everyone comes together and helps with all the different funds and raising money, it's really helped everyone. And JDRF is always very grateful for us too.
No, that's amazing, and you speak so wonderfully about it, Anna, and that's a brilliant and wonderful thing. And how you mentioned your friends and everything like that, and with this, your mum described that it's actually, I mean, from me listening to it, it's a really hectic thing. I mean, the thought of injecting and kind of doing that, I kind of, as an adult in inverted commas, but that actually goes, oh wow, how do you find it, and how do your friends kind of like I don't know, support you in all of that?
Well, my friends are very curious about it and always asking questions to ask, like, how do you deal with it and things like that. But obviously, I used to actually be scared of needles before I got diabetes, so that was difficult to overcome. But because since I moved on to the pump, I only have to change it every 3 days, so it's less injection and it's way easier for me. It's made it a lot more comfortable, which JDRF has also helped with research in.
Amazing, brilliant stuff. Well, I'm learning myself. I'm asking those questions that your friends are probably asking you as well. So that's really interesting. And tell us a little bit how you're kind of looking forward to tomorrow, because and not quite of drinking age just yet or anything like that, but you're going to be there and seeing all these amazing bands and seeing the pub full and everyone coming together, bringing not only their kind of items for the food bank, but also kind of giving their money generously as well. How's that going to make you feel?
Well, it's amazing that everyone comes together to raise money. The raffle helps raise money. The food bank, obviously, we get those donations. And it's always amazing seeing everyone come together because the whole village supports everything that we do.
Well, I think that's an absolutely spot on point to finish there, that the village comes together and does that. Look, if you're around Eynsham tomorrow, or even if you fancy passing through, look, I highly recommend going to this. It's an amazing, incredible event and doing such wonderful things. Becky, and I just wanted to thank you both for coming on this morning, shedding some light on something that we maybe did not know too much about, but also wish you all the best and all the success with Lion Aid 2, which starts tomorrow. The band start at 2, is that right?
Yeah, so the pub will open at 12 and the barbecue will be going from then, and then the band start from 2 all the way through till probably about 11:30. Bring a jacket if you're staying for the evening, because although it's going to be sunny, there is a bit of a chill in the air, although the Spiralites will get us rocking around and probably warm us up. But, but yeah, please just think about bringing a jumper or something if you can.
Yes, I'm sure that or the alcohol blanket will work just
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well with that. Brilliant stuff. Becky and Anna there from the Red Lion in Eynsham. Have an awesome festival tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Rich. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Absolutely. Cheers, guys. Brilliant stuff. Well, there you go. Just find out a bit more information. And how wonderful was Anna as well? Just talking about that. Incredible. Great stuff. Make sure you head down there. Look, entry, just go and get some nice food from the co-op. Go in there and then have an amazing time. The bands on there are amazing. Seeing Canada, the Cockroaches are down on there. You've got Sunfly as well, Pete Moore. And word has it that our very own Richie from the Melting Pot will be on stage playing as well. That's all I'm saying, because I don't want him to get embarrassed about what times. So you have to go down there and find out for yourself.